10, Diamondbacks playing the Rockies Wednesday. A year ago, Colorado hovered around 500 till September and then just lit up the West. In the fourth, Adam Dunn, line drive, caught by Troy Tulowitzki, doubles off Connor Jackson at first. Look at this again. 3-0 Rockies, and I'm sure it's a line drive, more of a little looper, and Jackson, not his best work, I'm sure, on the base pass. Rockies defense shifted for Dunn. That paid off. In the seventh, 2 out. Runner on second. It's a 4-3 game. Chris Young singles to left. Stephen Drew racing home. We're tied at 4. In the eighth, runner on third. Scoring position. Good one out. Brad Hawk. Oh, yeah, big swinger. Like the altitude. Hawk, 19th homer of the season. I believe that's in there with the pine trees. Rockies go up 6-4. Top 9, now we're getting a little dicey here. 6-5, 2 on, 2 out. Ryan Fuentes strikes out Young. Next batter, Fuentes intentionally walks right-handed batter Jackson to bring up Dunn, a left-handed guy. Base is chucked. 2 we got. Dunn grounds out to short. Not what the D-backs wanted when they acquired him. He'll have better days. Rockies hang on to win 6-5. If you win, there aren't many better days than that.
All right, so can the Dodgers take an advantage against the Phillies? Top 1, no score. Ryan Howard facing Brad Penny. A penny for your thoughts. Ryan Howard, number 33 on the year. 180 homers the last 2 years for Howard, second most in the majors behind A-Rod. And then Greg Dobbs. Well done. Let's go to the top of the second. Penny now facing Jason Worth. Worth, so fine, number 16 on the year. Penny allowed 9 homers last season. He allowed 3 homers in a 1 2/3 inning span on Wednesday night. Bottom 3, 6-1 Phils. Manny Ramirez at the plate facing Joe Blanton. Manny has been awesome in Dodger blue. He's just getting set now, getting ready. Hair's still the same. That's gone. His 5th homer in 12 games as a Dodger. He's got 16 RBIs in 12 games as a Dodger. Career homer number 515. It's now 6-3. Bottom 8, 6-4 Phillies. Hey, remember Jeff Kemp? He can contribute up with 2 on, 2 out. That's money. A double tying the game as Russell Martin and Juan Pierre come in to score. Tied at 6. Let's go to the bottom of the 9th. 1 out. Nomar Garciaparra, second game off the DL. Garciaparra off of Clay Condrey. Walk-off home run. His first walk-off homer since 2006. The Dodgers win for the 2nd straight night via the walk-off hit. And boy, was that a big swing. Why? Because with that walk-off home run by Nomar Garciaparra, it lifts the Dodgers into a first-place tie with the Diamondbacks, who lost in the NL West. It's going to be a great race. Against the Yankees, Derek Jeter sitting out. He fouled a pitch off his foot in Tuesday's game. Yankees lead 1-0. Twins with a runner on, Justin Morneau. Alex Rodriguez goes to second, but Brian Runge calls Joe Mauer safe. What up with that? Take a closer look. What is going on with Robinson Cano? Brain lock. Come on. Get with it. Darrell Rasner pitched 5 decent innings. That was his only big mistake. Delman Young killed him with a 3-run home run. Second 3-run homer for Young in as many days. Young's 3rd homer in his last 5 games after hitting just 4 in his first 107. Kevin Slowey came in with a 9 ERA in 2 starts against the Yanks this year. Slowey gets A-Rod. Slowey said he grew up idolizing the Yankees, so this was exciting for him. 2 out. Next batter, Jason Giambi, and he's down on the count 1-2. Bobby Abreu gets thrown out, attempting to steal second to end the inning. So Giambi never has a chance to tie up this game. Slowey goes 6, allowed 3 hits, 1 run. Top 8, 4-2 Yankees down. Runners on the corners. Alex Rodriguez. Carlos Gomez recovers. A-Rod hitting 204 with runners in scoring position and 2 out. Yikes. Top 9, same score, runner on. Pudge. Yep, Joe Nathan. I'll tell you, he's the most underrated reliever in baseball. That's his 32nd save. The Yanks have lost 5 and 6. The Twins win keeps them within a half game of the White Sox in the AL Central race.
Well, the Rays merrily rolling through August, leading the East 3 games and holding. Brad Ziegler drove the stadium in an Indy car with Davey Hamilton. They're promoting the big race coming up in Sonoma County. Joe Madden, the Rays, trying to find some offense, replace Carl Crawford and Evan Longoria. That'll do it right there. Carlos Pena, you don't have to be as fast as an Indy car after a home run. You just got to keep turning left, though. His 22nd. Then Eric Patterson, base hit down the right field line in the 5th. Bobby Crosby, Jack Hanahan scores, so 2-0 game is now knotted at 2. Top 7, same numbers, runners on the corner. Then Zobrist rips a double down the left field line. All right, round of 3rd, head for home. Brown-eyed handsome man, and just like that, Tampa's up 3-2. Now you got to save to close it off. Troy Percival in for the save. Rajay Davis No outs. Now we got 1 out. That's out number 25. Number 26, number 27 came just fine, and the Rays win again, 3-2. Rained out in Atlanta Tuesday, thus allowing Chicago to beat up the Braves twice on Wednesday. Jimmy Edmonds in Atlanta, 198 career batting average in 55 games. Yeah, I got your fact bar. 2-run shot off Charlie Morton, 3rd homer in 4 games, 16th now. Cubbies lead 4-0. They are charging. But in the 4th, we've got some controversy. Third base ump Joe West stops the game, consults with home plate umpire Ed Rapuano. Tell Bobby Cox, you can't turn the lights on during an inning. You have to do it between innings. In the 5th inning, apparently Cox was talking about how stupid Thomas Edison was or something, and so West threw him out. Cox ejected for the 142nd time in his year. Sometimes, the light bulb just doesn't go on. Top 8, Cubs lead 8-2. Soriano, Alfonso Soriano. Deep drive off Francisco Bueno. No es bueno. Soriano doesn't run straight out of the box, though. He ends up at first.
What's with that? That's a joke.
Not a good thing.
Stop and stare.
Yeah, that's a long single, but he would apologize to his teammates after the game. Apparently, Bueno took offense because in the 9th, it's 10-2, and that's right at your coconut there, and Rapuano has enough. Get out, Bueno. Cubs win this game by a count of 10-2. Cardinals, Marlins, a couple of third-place clubs still with designs on first or at worst a wild card. Bottom 8, Marlins trail 5-2, 2-on, and that's got game-tying potential from Luis Gonzalez. Joe Mather at the wall. Hello, no damage done. We got 1 out and a top plate nominee thanks to Mather's glove out there in left field. Later in the inning, they push 2 across. The Marlins trail 5-4. The bases are chucked. Chris Perez on the bump. Josh Willingham grounds into a 5-3 double play. That will help your pitcher. Bottom 9, the Cards have added 1. 6-4, 2 men on, 2 outs. Gonzalez again with a chance, and that one really high, but really not going to hurt anybody. Cesar Izturis will glove it. Perez picks up the 5-out save, and the Cards win it by a count of 6-4. So, Nomar Garcia-Parra's home run against the Phillies not only ties up the NL West, but also tied up the NL East. Angels, comfortable 30.5 game lead over the last place Mariners entering Wednesday. Francisco Rodriguez, that's right. Get some liniments, some balms, get that arm ready for a save situation. K-Rod enters the 9th, 6-4 lead. 46 saves this season, chasing down Bobby Thigpen's record of 57. Rodriguez walks Miguel Cairo on the full count. Not happy with the call. Rarely the pitchers are. Later in the inning, 2-on, 1 out. Jeremy Reed lines the Rodriguez offering to the wall in center field. 2 will score, and we are tied at 6. Rodriguez blows his 5th save of the season, 2nd in his last 3 outings. He's not done. Raul Ibanez at the plate. Singles to center. Reed will come home to score, and the Mariners Nick Rodriguez for 3 at 7. So he's talking all the way to the ump on the way out, and eventually you talk enough, and you're just a statistic in the umpire fantasy league. You're out. Get done. Throw him. Mark Teixeira in the 9th. Catches his team right back up off J.J. Putz. 2nd homer of the game. 4th is an Angel, 7-7. But look at Vladimir Ballantyne. 3-run shot off Justin Spire. Missed the rock pile. Dead center. Get out, the Mariners. Get out with a win. 10-7. Tough loss. The Angels. Luckily, they got a bit of a cushion there. Have the muscles. SportsCenter's top plays, number 10, Fred. It's the soccer. Javi Hernandez of Barcelona shoots and scores. Look at that. There you go. Not a one-timer, but good ball control. Kicks it in. Barcelona won 4-zip. They counted by ones in this game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Number 9, this is boxing. Colombia's Joel Julio had 5 knockdowns en route to a 7th-round technical knockout victory over Nicaragua's Jose Varela.
You know what I like to say when I see boxing?
Oh, you have the power. Number 7, Orioles-Indians Brian Roberts. As Drupal Cabrera. Pilates really paying off for his Drupal. This is how flexible you can be.
I like to be, yeah, that's fun. Number 6, my favorite Schalke player.
Is this your favorite?
It's Christian Pander, because he can do things like that. Look at that.
Pander.
Whee! That's Uncle Charlie for a curveball. Schalke won it 1-zip.
Good, I was wondering who won the game.
Yep.
Number 5, Mets and Nationals, Argenis Reyes. Ryan Zimmerman. It's all about the nice running scoop and making the out at first. We have more from this game coming up.
Later or much later?
Very, 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 very soon.
Right now. Number 4, Mets, they played the Nationals. I don't know if you know that. Austin Kearns to right field. Fernando Tatis, where did this guy come from?
Well, he came from New Orleans in May, where he spent all of last season in AAA, and he hit his 10th home run in this game.
He was awesome. Mets win big. He's been great. Good to see him again.
Okay, good. Number 3, Rangers Red Sox bags full. Coco Crisp. Josh Hamilton, a proud papa for a 3rd time. He'll miss Thursday's game, and here he gets Jed Lowry out at the plate, but the Red Sox beat Texas.
All right, number 2, Reds Pirates.
Ground ball, diving stop, Andy LaRoche from his right knee. How about that play? Andy LaRoche.
And how about number 1? Blue Jays, Tigers, Lyle Overbay, Curtis Granderson. Don't we see this every single night?
Yeah.
Every other night?
Well, he's a Granderson, which is an Anderson only.
No relation.
So who knows what could change? Phillies, Dodgers, Manny Ramirez hanging shorter cut, noticeably, right? Joe Torre says would like you to clean that up a little bit, you know, it's getting a little shaggy. So Monday night on ESPN, Ramirez still long dredge Thursday night. Well, we can read his name. Look, it's Ramirez. Let's see pile. Any Sampson effect here? Oh boy, Ramirez hard to 3rd. Eric Bruntlett throws to 2nd for the force. Dodgers retired in the 1st. Chuck Manuel, the Sage, hoping to get his offensive team back. They have been struggling here. Chase Utley past the diving James Loney. That hit breaks a 1-for-32 slump for the Phils. Up next, bring me the big man with a chance. 2 out, RBI, yeah. No. Still 1-zip Dodgers. Phils looking for some kind of big hit. In the 7th, 2-1 LA. Hiroki Kuroda facing Pat Burrell, and Pat, the air bat. Kuroda, 7th pitch, 1 earned on 2 hits, 7 Ks. In the 7th. 2-1 Dodgers, 2-2 count. Yeah, Brett Myers thought he had Casey Blake there. We're going to call that high on the breaking ball. Next pitch, Myers comes back with it, and Blake lines it through the left side. Russell Martin will score. Myers, as you can imagine, frustrated with that. I mean, you get no offensive support. Ump's not helping you out. Dodgers sweep the Phils in a 4-game series for the first time since '62. 6 runs, but he explained that problem before Thursday start against the Rockies. Well, what's going on here?
My timing was a little bit off on when I was landing and when my back foot was coming through. So, you know, I really wasn't dragging my back foot. I was kind of lifting it up, and I really wasn't getting much behind the ball.
Dude, bottom 2nd, no score. Heron, a little something behind that, huh? 93-mile-an-hour gas to Brad Hoff. Troy Tulowitzki, nothing there. Now watch Heron's back foot. That's what he's talking about. See, there it is, and drag it. Yeah, got to wear out them shoes. Look good, didn't it?
Oh,
That'll bring it 93. Top 5, same score. Run around. How about a Fresca? Chris Snyder drills Glendon Rush's pitch deep to left. Pal. Snyder's 11th of the year. Diamondbacks take a 2-1 lead. Next batter, Chris Burke. Oh, yeah. Deep, gone, solo home run, which is what happens because everybody's cleaned off on the home run beforehand. It has to be a solo home run. His first of the year, 3-1, Snakes, bottom 7. Arizona 6-1. Heron still dealing. Omar Quintanilla goes down. Clint Barmas, no. Willie Tavares, have some, no. Heron, 8 innings pitched, 7 hits, a season high, 9 Ks. We got to within 3 of the NL wild card with a win in Miami.
Scott Olsen picks off the attempt, and then Mike Jacobs throws into left field. Cesar Turris ends up at 3rd. Ryan Ludwig, 28 home runs in his career coming into this year and 737 at-bats. What a year he's having. He lines one for a double there, and then in the 7th, there's a home run. That's his 30th this year. 28 for his career coming in, 30 this year. You also might not know a lot about Todd Wellemeyer. You should. 29 years old. He's made 24 starts, most of them good. He's 10-4, 3.79 ERA, and the Cardinals take
2 games of the series without Carlos Quentin. Sore left arm after getting hit by Josh Beckett. And you know, he's been hit by a pitch in 5 consecutive games. Let's make it 6. Kyle Davies balked him. Goodness! Quentin's leg carries his momentum forward. His hands are over the inside part of the plate. Gives him no time to bail out. Conk. He's the first player to be hit 5 games in a row since 1920. I don't know, you got to go back to about 1740 for 6 in a row, I imagine. White Sox up 3-2, 2 out. Jim Thome off Joel Peralta. That's a home run. Tome's 25th. Next batter, next pitch. Paul Konerko unloads as well. There's a guy getting his stroke back a little bit, huh? First homer in 23 ABs. His 12th of the season. Next guy up, Alexi Ramirez. So we've gone back-to-back, but you know what's more fun than that? Back-to-back-to-back. Ramirez, that's going to chase Peralta. His first homer in 31 ABs, 8-2 White Sox, his 11th. This is like the Rose Parade, and the floats just keep coming by. Robinson Tejeda enters the game, and guess what? Same thing, Juan Uribe. Fourth homer of the season, first in 108 bats. 4 straight homers for the White Sox. They win it 9-2, back-to-back to back-to-back. Also impressive, Ozzie Guillen going 31 seconds without getting bleeped.
I don't believe it.
A's, Tampa winning its second straight series in Oakland this season. Thursday going for a sweep. A's reliever Brad Ziegler, Major League Baseball record, 39 straight scoreless innings to begin his career. Top 9 were tied at 4 with 1 on. B.J. Upton doubles to the corner. Akinori Iwamura will score. Save that baseball. We may have to actually cancel the plaque for Ziegler. We'll see if the kid bounces back from this heartbreak. Rays led 5-4. Bottom 9, Mark Ellis bunting to advance the runner. Troy Percival fields it, chases down the man, but had to leave the game with a strained right knee. Later in the ninth, A's still down the run. Runner on second, 2 outs. 2-out hits will get you heaven. Frank Thomas knocks that one down. Cliff Pennington, thought he was a Dolphin. Whatever, he scores. We go to extras tied at 5. We're threatening. Santi Garcia's pitch gets away. And Kurt Suzuki goes right back to him. And Rocco Baldelli, your host. You're done. Get out. You're back. Top 12, we're still tied at 5. Carlos Pena. Well, who's getting that? That one ain't bouncing back at you. 23rd homer of the season for Pena. And the Rays go on to win it 7-6. The Cubs have found their road mojo and just crushing the Braves in Atlanta. Tom Glavine starting for the first time since June 10th. And that's not the start you want. In the third, 2-1 Cubs. Aramis Ramirez. It's a 3-run drive. 20th of the season. Ramirez, though, left the game in the 5th with a left hip bruise, which is different than a knee Persisac. Top 4, Alfonso Soriano drives that 1-2 pitch from Glavine out for his 22nd. Didn't pose very long. Didn't get anybody thrown at his melon like he did Wednesday. Just get in there. Glavine, 4 innings pitched, 7 hits, 7 earned. Not his best stuff. Marcotte takes Ted Lilly deep out to right, solo shot. He'd already tripled in this game, so the Braves trail 7-3, building drama with Marcotte. Bottom 6, Braves trailing 9-4. Lilly still on the hit. Hits Yunel Escobar. Escobar's upset. I'm not mad at you. You're just pointing. Actually, he is mad at you. There we go. Yeah, now we're pointing. Now we're barking. Benches come out. Here we go. Yep, we're going to dance. You want to dance? Umpires working to restore order. Lilly, Escobar, not ejected. So fantasy umpire league standings unaffected here.
Did not go.
No. Bottom 7, Kotze, now a double away from the cycle. Rips one to right. You know how many bases he's getting for that? 2. First Brave player to hit for the cycle since '87 was Albert Hall. He got a single in the ninth. Braves lose 11-7. Cubs win again. Scott Van Pelt, Buster Olney. Talking big.
Wild card leading Brewers in San Diego. Ben Sheets against Jake Peavy. 2 aces have allowed a combined 95 runs this season. That's very good. Peavy, leadoff hitter Ray Durham goes down. He was 0 for 4. 116 pitches, 70 strikes. Meanwhile, Sheets, 110 pitches, 71 strikes. He had 4 Ks in the game. You saw 2 of them. But to the 7th, Sheets and the Brewers still with a 1-0 lead, but there's 2 on, nobody out. Tadeguchi, that's going to fall in there. Padres tie the game at 1. Later in the inning, 2nd and 3rd, still nobody out. Pinch hitter Brian Myro to left. Lance Nix, if you can reach it, catch it. However, it's still a sacrifice fly. Peavy is a winner. Trevor Hoffman, 550th career save.
SportsCenter's top plays, number 10, Fred. Cardinals, Marlins, name your Molina.
Larry.
That's Yadier. Larry, the youngest brother. Hanley Ramirez, diving stop, good throw. Cards win at 3-0.
He's playing Babe Ruth, I think. Preseason football.
Larry Molina.
It's the Bills and the Steelers in Toronto. Where are the Argos? Where's Walt Podubny? It's Toronto.
Number 8, first round PJ Wyndham Classic. Kevin Stroman's second shot from 144 yards in the par 4. That's a good 3.
Put me down.
Still, he's on TV, much to the delight of the Icon Sports Management team.
Number 7, look at Nomar. I mean, this is,
how's his hair holding up?
Hair is still perfect. What a play. Dodgers win.
That's all we care about. Number 6, Giants Astros. Ivan Ochoa, the liner. Look at David Newham. He's got like a pogo stick. He's up there.
Better hair, Nomar or Darren Lynn? That's a tight one.
That is a race.
Nationals.
Couple of nice salads.
That's not a good catch. That's a great catch by Lastings Millage.
Number 4, NFL preseason. Panthers, Eagles. That went bad. Eagles attempted the fake field goal. Richard Marshall not faked.
Penny.
He's scoring. Oh, boy. You suppose they'll try that again anytime soon?
Look at that. Whoop.
Sorry, I got it. Yeah, see, it was meant for 87.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
But
meant.
then that guy fouled it up for
Scat! Number 3, Bobby Crosby. Look at Rocco Baldelli. What a great story.
Nice.
Coming back from so many injuries and issues, but what a great catch there by Baldelli. And the Rays win in extra innings. They're first place still.
Number 2, Bills Steelers up there in Toronto. They got that field. It's like 130 yards long, the big end zones. This is Leotis McKelvin, number 1 pick of the Bills. Might be the best Leotis in the NFL since Leotis Harris. Remember him, the offensive lineman there for the Packers?